snakes. My name is Dante, and today it's Podcast Tuesday once again. And you know what? There's a new format coming out to Magic the Gathering again. And this time it's called Alchemy. So it's first coming to MTG Arena. It may come later on to paper, but I don't really know if it's gonna happen or not. But there is a new format that's coming to MTG Arena 9th of December, this Thursday. And yeah, so the format will launch with a new set and also to fit with the set. Yeah, so basically to fit with the format. So and I think it's every year there's going to be one because it says Alchemy 2022 as a set name. So I think next year they're going to make Alchemy 2023. Like kind of like a core set but for Alchemy, and it keeps on rotating. Well, here's the thing. Alchemy is just like Standard, has the normal format rotations and all the other things you see in Standard, for example. But here's the catch. Some cards are rarely banned. Sometimes they get rebalanced. Starting off in the format, we for example get Essica's Chariot. Essica's Chariot only creates one cat when it enters battlefield, not two cats, but it crews for two. Goldspan Dragon now only creates a treasure when it attacks, not also when it gets targeted. Also, we get like, for example, Omnath. Omnath costs one more mana and it scries one instead of drawing a card. However, we get some cards like Demi-Lich, for example. It's now a 4/4 and not a 4/3. It got one more toughness. They're buffing and nerfing some cards and rarely banning them in the format and stuff. And knowing this, they may include cards in a standard set, but I don't really include cards in standard. But I don't really think they're gonna do that. They're not gonna be like, oh, look at this. Channel is now in Alchemy. Like that's not like they're not gonna do that. Or like, for example, I don't know. Primeval Titan is now in Alchemy. It costs 9 mana. That's not gonna be a thing. Well, basically, they also decided to release a set that includes MTG Arena exclusive cards, kind of like with Jumpstart 2, Historic Horizons. And this set is basically is exclusive to like Alchemy, and I think Historic might be able to use it, which includes like some things, and it's called Innistrad Alchemy. It is so far we know there's only white and blue cards with a few like with barely like red, green, colorless. Well, that's because they're gonna introduce like 5 new cards to introduce with the format, but they decided to release a whole set as well. So let's go in to the combo of the week, which includes a new card, and it is Sigardian Evangel and Omniscience is a combo of the week. So I don't know if they're compatible, considering that I don't know if the Alchemy cards are going to be valid in Historic or not, but well, who knows? This could be a potential paper card because, well, I don't know. Sigardian Evangel, 2 mana, 3/1 human cleric. Enters battlefield, conjure Sigardian Evangel into your hand. Discard at the beginning of the next end step. And when it enters battlefield, tap target permanent you don't control. With Omniscience, you cast Sigardian Evangel. Put Sigardian Evangel in your hand. Cast Sigardian Evangel. Do the same thing. Over and over, you cast infinite Guardian Evangelist, you tap down all your opponent's permanents, and there you go. That's really, really powerful. You could then, uh, if you have something with that gives your creatures haste, you could attack them with haste. Since they are on the battlefield, you don't have to discard them in the next end step. So yeah, it's basically Guardian Evangel allows you to like put a copy of itself in your hand when you cast it. So you have to like try and cast it again, like chain how many can you cast this one onto. But then Omniscience allows you to do it infinitely. However, Omniscience has a non-bow in this podcast as well, and it is the non-bow of the week, Omniscience and Roiling Vortex. Well, cast spell, you have to take 5 damage. That's basically it. Well, I mean, you could choose to pay mana for the spell, but I mean, but if you want to cast them for free, which is what you're planning to do with Omniscience, if you have Roiling Vortex out at the same time as well, you have to take 5 damage per spell cast. Yeah, it's a really frustrating thing to do. Try not running both in the same deck, because it's gonna hurt you more than it's gonna hurt the opponent. I mean, maybe you're using Roiling Vortex just to stop life gain. I'm pretty sure there's better solutions for that. That's just non-bow. Yeah. Omniscience and Roiling Vortex. So basically, this podcast are the 10 coolest cards from the upcoming set that's gonna be released with the format. On Thursday, so basically, when I went to my trip, I was given an award by JJ, also known as the MTG strategist, and he gave me an award for the People's Choice Awards for MTG content creators, and Dana Fisher presented it to me. So I have a new award, and also to celebrate the new format release, set release, and my award, I will be streaming MTG Arena on the 9th of December, Thursday. So yeah, you should definitely stay tuned to that. Let's go into the number 10. And it is Tireless Angler. Whenever an island enters battlefield under your control, draft a card from Tireless Angler's spellbook. So, rather than conjuring at random, I think drafting is like conjuring, like, but then like you choose the one. I don't know exactly what's the drafting thing, but I think you take it and put in your hand, if I'm not wrong. But like the spellbook is basically different like fish and serpents, sharks, and also krakens as well. There's like so many powerful cards that you can get from his spellbook. And Tireless Angler allows you to draft one from his spellbook whenever an island enters under your control. So this is actually good. Like 3 mana, 1/4 that whenever you get an island out, it's just does this. Wow, this is good. This is really good. So yeah, you should definitely try and see if you can use it, because it is good. Now, for the Simple 9, we've got Inquisitor Captain. 4 mana 3/3 human cleric with vigilance. What is battlefield if there are 20 or more creature cards with MV3 or less among creatures in your graveyard, hand, and library, seek 2 creatures with MV3 or less, put one of them onto battlefield and shuffle the other into your library. This is kind of cool because, like, well, you basically get to you get a 3 mana creature out for free, and like The only requirements is to have like 20 free mana creatures in your deck, like free mana or less. Like that's like 1/3 of the deck. You can still dedicate 16 cards to instants and sorceries, and well, 1 to 4 copies of this. So 21 to 24 creatures in the deck, which then gives you like 12 to 15 instants and sorceries and other spells, enchantments and stuff. This is cool. Like white weenie decks are gonna start using this. Like there's definitely gonna be white weenie decks in alchemy. Every format has them, I think. Like I mean, in modern it's called Soul Sisters, not weenie, but similar to that. Simply gains you too much life. Well, this is a cool thing because when it gets to the late game, you could do an Inquisitor Captain, bring out another reinforcement. Like you have to seek out 2 creatures there. I mean, well, the thing is, creatures in the battlefield and in exile will not count for like the Inquisitor Captain. But the thing is, if you're casting Inquisitor Captain, it's likely because your creatures are dead. Like basically, it's a last resort option. Your captain, because you probably got better stuff than that. And like, you just do this. You seek 2 cards. Like, well, you don't know what you're getting. It's random completely. But then you can choose which one of the 2 to keep on the battlefield and which one to shuffle back into your library. And considering this could be a possible paper card. You could potentially be able to play this on paper, because well, if you're doing because you're still having to shuffle your library, you could separate the creatures out, count them, then conjure, taking 2 randomly, and then like pick one, shuffle the rest into the library. So yeah, that is good. This, since it's drafting and like I think when you take one, it's no longer gonna be in the spellbook like for the rest of the match or in general. I don't know. So you could have the spellbook out for you, which is gonna help you. So then you could be able to play this in paper. If so, there are like some cards Wizards claim would be arena exclusive, but I could see how they could go into paper. So I don't understand how they're gonna be paper exclusive, arena exclusive, but well, that's Wizards' decision. Let's go into the Golden 8, and it is oh look, a new mana drain. Free mana instant, counter target spell. Your cards in hand that share types of it gain this spells cost 1 less to cast. The thing is, this is worse than mana drain, because like it's free mana, not 2 mana. The thing is that with mana drain is that counter spell was like the best counter spell, but then like mana drain was a much better counter spell because like it could give you mana, like colorless mana. But like that's just because it was strictly better than counterspell. Not really very powerful in a way, but like since counterspell was powerful and mana drain was strictly better than mana drain is the best counterspell in the game currently. Like it's a really powerful one. Like counterspell is number 2 because mana drain is number 1. Well, absorb energy. It's cool because like well you counterspell, then like cards of the same type cost less now forever. They perpetually gain it. Really cool. This is actually an interesting mechanic. Like a counterspell that perpetually gives your cards stuff. Like wow, nice. So that's our number 8. Let's go in. So this will not be playable in paper, because in Arena you get to do the cards like privately, because well, it's a digital game. If you're doing it on paper, well, thing is, how are you gonna do like tracking thing? Like you're gonna have to reveal it to the opponent. That's the only way. They could adapt those cards, make them playable in paper by revealing to the opponent, giving us a few buffs and nerfs and stuff. Let's go into the simple 7. And it is Clone Crafter. 2 mana, 1/2 human wizard with when it enters battlefield, conjure a duplicate of a random creature from your opponent's library into your hand. Perpetually gains, you may spend mana, Zofia, or mana of any color to cast a spell. This is not going to be paper playable because it doesn't shuffle your opponent's library. It it will have to reveal all of your opponent's creatures for this to happen. Not the creature, not like shuffle library. It's not gonna like reveal the creature and stuff like that. Like the opponent's gonna know what's taken. That's the thing, and also not just that. It's you're gonna be able to see all the creatures in their deck because well, they're gonna have to separate. You're gonna have to look into your library, separate all the creatures, shuffle them, conjure one at random, like put in your hand, and it gains that you can cast it with any color of mana. So yeah, this is this is not gonna be in paper. If they buff the card by giving it this overpowered ability, it's gonna have to be worth 4 mana because you're going to see all the opponent's creatures in there. Yeah, this is just too powerful. Let's go into the number 6. Hey, really cool board wipe. So, and also includes green. Nice. Say double green, double white, sorcery. Destroy all creatures. Creatures in your hand perpetually gain +1/+1. Nice. This is a really interesting feature because interesting mechanic is all you destroy all the creatures and then your next creatures grow stronger. That's like basically what this is. And yeah, like begin anew, really cool. Like you just wait out for the opponent to build up a board. You hold on to your cards, creatures in your hand. Do begin anew, kill them off, place down your creatures. They're now stronger forever. Oh my god, this is gonna create some really overpowered strategies. I think maybe I don't know, but yeah, this is insane. Begin anew. That has to be one of the most powerful board wipes. Okay, that could be a future podcast I might make. Top 10 board wipes. Yes, that would be great. And that's like the number 6. We got begin anew. Now to the number 5, and it is well, boys, we did it. We found the last Eldrazi in Innistrad. Nah, JK. What? Okay. Ominous Traveler. 2 mana, 1/1 human. You just see, it's a colorless human. He must be secretly an Eldrazi. Because, there's this human that transforms into a vampire if it doesn't get invited in or something. What? Okay. But then, if it does get invited in, it's gonna kill the... It's gonna have the opponent's sacrificing the creature. So in fact, that human was actually a vampire. That's the thing. So yeah. But Omnis Traveler, it's human, but knowing it's colorless, it could be an Eldrazi. That's the thing. But when it enters battlefield, draft a card from Ominous Traveler's spellbook. It perpetually gains. You may spend mana over a mana of any card to cast it, and when you cast it, return it back to you. Return Ominous Traveler back to your hand. Like, so this is really cool because like you take from a card from a spellbook, which are basically some cool Innistrad cards, like not just Innistrad Midnight Hunt Crimson Vow. I think like original Innistrad and SOI and EMN cards as well, like the Eldritch Moon. Yeah, but not Eldritch Moon Eldrazi, that's the thing. So we can't confirm Omnis Traveler is actually in Eldrazi. But like but we do get like but yeah, I think like we get like original Innistrad cards, so like yeah. And then when you cast one, you can bounce him. So then, I mean, you have to bounce him. So then, you could do it again. You could cast him again, draft another one. This is just so good. Like, also works with the new. It also works with Omniscience. You cast him, draft a card, but that's not going to be infinite because I think the spellbook's going to run out once you draft all the cards. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's the number 5. Now, to the number 4. And it is... Ethereal Escort. 3 mana, free spirit with lifelink. Whenever it enters battlefield or attacks, choose a card in your hand and perpetually gains lifelink. Wow! Not just a creature, any card in your hand can gain lifelink. Like, this is insane. You could give it to enchantments, artifacts, instant sorceries, planeswalkers, anything. Oh my god, this is just powerful. Like, choose something in your hand and it gains lifelink. Like, come on, play this and like, I'm playing this like if these cards are legal and historic, I'm playing this in Star of Extinction. Like, I'm gonna be gaining lots of life with that ability. Like, Ethereal Escort, just choose Star of Extinction in your hand. Cast Star of Extinction. You deal 20 damage to everything. You gain life for each of those. Oh my god, it's gonna be like, I mean, who else has done? Who here? If you have ever casted Star of Extinction with Fire Song and Sunspeaker, say so in the comments and leave a like and subscribe and follow if you haven't already, because that would be great. Yes. So yeah. So I think this card is gonna be really powerful for different strategies, like, because it's not just creatures you can do it to. You can do it to any card, like even lands as well. Like if you really wanted to, like lands that deal damage or something. I don't know, but yeah, this is just so powerful. That's the number 4. Now let's go to the golden free, and it is. Yeah, remember to active inventory. We got a 1 mana legendary clue, and when enters battlefield, look at the creature cards in target opponent's hand. Well, only the creatures, not just not the not all the cards, like only the creatures. So that's gonna be a split revealing mechanic, exclusive to Arena. They can't just do that in paper. because then otherwise you have to see all the cards in your hand. Whenever you sacrifice it or another clue, draft a card from its spellbook. It's just basically full of white removal spells, like and auras and stuff. That just binding and stuff. Kind of surprised it's not gold related cards, except for Bound in Gold. Only Bound in Gold is like the only like gold money related card in the Slayer's Bounty spellbook. 2 mana, sacrifice it, draw a card. As well, it's a clue. I think all clues have that ability. So yeah, this could perfectly be a paper card. So could this. This could not. Because then you'd have to reveal the cards in your hand. They could nerf it to be it like that. But yeah. This can't. There's no way. Like, you can't partially reveal someone else's hand. That is not a thing. Let's go into the number 2. And it is Patient Zero. 2 mana 2/2 zombie with lifelink. Damage isn't removed from creatures your opponents control during cleanup step. Oh my god! They finally made a card that stops damage from wearing off. This is 100% a card that can come to paper. I don't see like what's so special like about this. This is like this card is probably like the only card in the set that's not like MTG Arena exclusive, or like it is currently MTG Arena exclusive. But this is probably gonna be the first among them to be printed onto paper or added to paper somehow. I don't know, or a similar mechanic, because that is a possible thing for paper. And it's also really powerful because it's not your own stuff. It's only the opponent's stuff. Like that can't damage wear off. Yours can damage wear off, which is cool. So yeah, like this is just a really powerful card. You can stack damage onto your opponent's creatures, which is nice. Which stacking damage onto the opponent's creatures, or stacking damage onto creatures, that was only a thing in other games, like for example Hearthstone or Plants vs Zombies Heroes, and I don't know what else, but lots of games, like card games, had like this stacking the damage thing. I mean, the thing is, Magic Gathering no damage stacking. HeroClix, I think no, not HeroClix. I mean Dice Masters. I mean it's same creators, so it's easy to confuse HeroClix with Dice Masters. But like Dice Masters, I think I remember. I think damage does wear off. So yeah, that's the thing. So it's like, but then like for example in Yu-Gi-Oh and Innistrad, there is no damage in general to creatures. Damage is only dealt to players. Like what? Like, but yeah, that's the number 2. Now let's go into the number 1, and it is Toralf's Disciple. 3 mana 3/3 human warrior with haste, and when it attacks, conjure 4 lightning bolts into your library and shuffle. Oh my god! What? This is insane! And that's not to consider. I just opened a lightning bolt in one of my unboxing videos. You're just gonna have to watch my latest videos to find out which one is it, in which I got the lightning bolt. So yeah, you should definitely also check out those unboxing videos. So yeah, but wow, Torov's Disciple is so cool. Not just when it enters, when it attacks, and also it has haste, so you can do it straight away. Play it, attack, conjure 4 bolts, shuffle, and it's gonna increase your library size. Just play 60 cards, this and Battle of Wits. You could just get to 200 cards with this card. Like you have 4 Torov's Disciple, try and clone it, shuffle lightning bolts into your library, constantly bolt the opponent, and oh my god, what is this? This is just so powerful. And I mean, you can't have like an endless supply of lightning bolts, but this could be a paper card because you could take your 4 lightning bolts, place them with the same sleeves, shuffle them into your library. There you go. You conjured lightning bolts. This is just so powerful. Like, wow. I don't think there's anything that can just like that can just beat it. It's gonna be played in old Yago decks like in mono reds and stuff. Like this is too good. That's our number one. But congratulations, you've reached the end of the podcast. So why don't you like and subscribe and follow if you're into share with friends, stay tuned to next videos, streams, and podcasts. Podcasts will be live every Tuesday at 4:30 p.m. No, what? No, 6:30 p.m. CET, 5:30 GMT. So stay tuned to them. Watch my other videos too. And yeah, there will be new videos coming soon as well for the GP Vegas and also a Sacramento vid, uh, MTG shop video as well because it was celebrating its 25th anniversary. So I decided to just edit the video. It will be finished shortly and coming soon. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and bye.